to the biggest sources YouTube. Hey guys, in today's video we're going to be discussing what to do if you accidentally drop your hamster. Did you have to nom on my thumb then? Did you have to? If you're a long-term hamster owner or you've had multiple hamsters, chances are at some point you're going to end up dropping one. Statistically, it's just going to happen. But don't freak out too much when it does, because most of the time everything is going to be just fine. Despite being quite delicate health-wise, hamsters are surprisingly resilient when it comes to falling, and most of the time they will just freeze up for a moment and then continue on with their day with no problems. So if you do drop your hamster, the very first thing to do is not to touch it. Your instinct is going to be to go down there and just grab it and pick it up and make sure it's okay, but don't do that, because if your hamster has sustained an injury, you may make it worse. So if you do drop your hamster, as long as the surroundings are safe and you haven't got a cat that's going for it, then just leave it there for a second and just watch it and see what its next step is. Like I said, most of the time they're just going to freeze up for a moment and then they'll be okay. And once you see your hamster is perfectly fine, you can gently pick it back up again. The next important thing to do is to keep a close eye on your hamster for the next 24 hours. If they do have any injuries, they should become obvious in that time. If you notice your hamster behaving oddly in any way, then contact your vet immediately. Now, if after dropping your hamster it doesn't start behaving normally, or it shows any obvious signs of injury or pain, or starts making any noises, then you do need to contact your vet immediately after it happens. While injuries are uncommon, when they do happen they can be quite serious, so it's important that you get your hamster seen to right away. The best way to prevent any of this from happening, if you're not confident about holding your pet, is to only hold them a few inches above the ground. Make sure you're sat close to the floor, and of course don't let young children be carrying them around, because they are more likely to drop them. I think he's making a nest up there. Are you? Hello. If you're sitting close to the floor and you do happen to drop your hamster, then of course the chance of injury is much lower. Also, only handling your hamster over a soft carpet or pillow will again reduce the chances of injury. And for those wondering if I've ever dropped Potassium, yes I have. Actually, he kind of launched himself out of my hands, but luckily he wasn't very high above the floor and it was over a soft carpet, so they were absolutely no problem. But you can see he's a bit of a risk taker. So I hope this video has reassured any of you who had concerns about this topic. If you found the video helpful, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up. You can also share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.